Musicians in combat. Absolutely no practical application in real life, but a beloved trope nonetheless. Musical characters have high potential for very creative designs, but many times are relegated to living stat sticks. Last video featured shields in a bunch of different games. In this installment, I'll be featuring music-themed characters that are a bit more dynamic than just providing support. As a disclaimer, this is not an exhaustive guide for how to play each moveset featured, but explores gameplay examples that have an interesting musical aesthetic. Hanying Soulless Tomb starts battles in Chord mode, during which her attacks and skills are ranged. Holding down basic attack will make Hanying shoot a continuous stream of seeking projectiles. Releasing the input causes a dodge that triggers Matrix if available. Her red and yellow orb skills consume 1 or 3 white orbs respectively. Consuming 6 total white orbs grants her a green harmonic orb that expands a field across the map, reducing enemy physical resistance. This usually generates enough signature energy for her to enter attacker mode, in which she deals a ton of damage. Selena is the dedicated music-themed character in PGR. Selena Capriccio generates afterimage follow-ups when you use directional inputs with her orb skills, providing her great mobility. Selena Tempest. Selena Tempest has a chord system when making pings after 3 pings. Different effects are generated depending on if chords are made with the same or different colors. Chords also build up orbs for her signature attack, which deals repeated AoE damage. Hunting Horn from the Monster Hunter series builds up songs with its different melee attacks. These attacks do not actually have to connect and are stored in the upper UI for up to 4 notes. In Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, I can't run wilds. You have 4 possible notes that can be played. Specific sequences of notes, or songs, will cause different supportive or sometimes offensive effects. With a backwards directional input, you can bunt during your combos to quickly add notes to complete your songs. Performance is the attack that plays the cued song of your choice, triggering the associated effect. 2 performances in a row strengthens the song and requires large openings, also known as an encore. Multiple songs can be stored once complete. Notes can also overlap between songs so long as the order of the notes is correct. Ciaccona's basic attack string ends in a solo concert, boosting arrow damage for nearby members. Cancelling solo concert with another action leaves an afterimage that continues to apply the buff. Up to 2 afterimages, or ensemble sylphs, can exist at once. One of the shortest routes to Ciaccona's basic 4 is from a plunging attack. This means that swapping her in from another party member's air combo can quickly route to a solo concert. Basic 4 also fills her forte gauge, so efficiently placing sylphs grants her frequent access to her forte attack, a large vortex that groups enemies. Ciaccona's Resonance Liberation begins Recital, in which an action prompt appears. Inputting either a left or right directional input when timed with the prompt, or Expanding Ring, applies Spectral Frazzle or Arrow Erosion to surrounding enemies and generates Concerto energy. Ciaccona will continue performing if you swap to an ally, but the pulses do not grant Concerto. Astra's special attack enters her into Idyllic Cadenza, a stationary stance that she can attack and dodge during. The stance immediately triggers a quick assist, and Yao persists on the field if it is performed. She will continue to passively attack enemies, as well as provide a buff to on-field members. Her ultimate places her in idyllic cadenza, and allows you to start a chain attack regardless of the enemy's stun state. Hi-Fi Rush is what most people imagine when they think, I want a rhythm action game. The game has all the hallmarks of a quintessential action game. A 2-button combo system, dodges, parries, special attacks, assists. These game mechanics are all married to the universal beat system. Through the protagonist Chai, a constant beat permeates the game world. Timing his attacks with the beat provides damage bonuses and other enhancements. Heavy and delayed attacks require that you stay on the beat and remain consistent. Even enemy attacks and your own defensive options sync to the music. Hi-Fi Rush grants plenty of challenge to the player, demanding both flow-state gameplay and methodical, precise input. Stella uses a guitar to summon wolf spirits to attack enemies, covering the field in large AoEs and suction effects. Her Soul Strike switches her between 2 modes. The wolf mode is better suited for her own offense, granting some skills better damage multipliers. The Blood mode changes some skills to supportive effects, healing party members, granting damage buffs, or in some cases increasing her own break gauge damage. The magical harp is a magic weapon that is first craftable after defeating the twins in hard mode. Firing it consumes mana to shoot note-shaped projectiles to deal damage to enemies. The notes pierce through enemies and bounce off surfaces, making it particularly effective in tight spaces and against large segmented enemies. The proximity of your mouse when firing affects the speed of the notes as well as the pitch of the note played with each projectile. Stellar Tune dropped by the Empress of Light behaves similarly, but the projectiles either terminate at your cursor or seek nearby enemies. The axe is a late-game ham axe dropped by Plantera, and a decent melee weapon.
That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can do. That should do it. I'm gonna show you what an idol can
Lyrica Prismriver's main shot consists of both a forward and backward stream of bullets, giving her an area of coverage that most other characters lack. Her level 1 spell leaves her keyboard at her location, firing the additional bullet stream forward, allowing you to focus and direct your frontal coverage. The rest of Lyrica's spells resemble her attack patterns from her boss phase in Touhou 7. And that is a list of the most interesting music movesets I could recall from my own experience. Hopefully in my selection you learned something new or interesting. Think I forgot any? Then
why don't you just fucking take over, huh?